Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it feels like it has been a minute since I've actually sat down and filmed a video for you guys. And it's just because we've had a lot going on the past couple of weeks, but I actually, last night before I got into bed, I had a little thought and I thought of so many videos I wanted to film. And I've got up super early today to film a couple of videos and kind of just plan out what it is I want to be filming over the next month or so. So I'm looking forward to that because fingers crossed there should be some really good videos that hopefully you guys will really enjoy. But what I'm going to be doing for you today is a spring favourites. I actually have come across so many new things lately that I have been loving that I think even if it was not just spring or summer, autumn, winter related, they're just really, really good products. So I just wanted to sit down and basically just show you all the products that I've been loving and what I think are going to be my spring favourites. So we're going to start off with some skincare. And skincare is somewhere I've never really invested in, and I don't always think you need to spend a lot of money on your skincare, but it's good to have some like good skincare products. So one thing that I have been loving so much has been these halo, the face halos. So this is the original. I know they brought out another one, and I don't think I was kind of late on the bandwagon. I've had these now for a couple of months and I do really, really like them. It's just something I haven't really spoken about on my channel yet, and I absolutely love these. They were like under £20, you get 3 in a pack, but the one thing I will say about them, so this is one of them, you can see it's still got kind of like a makeup kind of stain on there, is that you're not meant to wash them with fabric softener because it actually changes all of the bristles, all of the fibres. Well, there was one time I ended up putting them in with fabric softener and the fibres have changed, which is a real shame. I still use them and it still takes my makeup off, but it probably doesn't take it off as well as it did. So it's a little bit frustrating because I'm going to have to get some new ones, but I think these are brilliant. They've saved me so much money not having to buy so many different cleansers. I also find that my skin does feel really, really clean once I've taken it off. Taken all my makeup off, so I really swear by these. They're better for the environment as well because you're not buying so much plastic. You just chuck them in with your towels and stuff like that, so it's not like you're having to wash them separately. Next is face creams. So I think I might have showed one of these in like our Sunday, was it a Sunday or like a getting ready with us in the morning or something video, and then also in my, like when I went to Venice and we bought some stuff, I did like a Venice haul and stuff, so I will add those videos in if you want to watch them. But these two face creams have actually become two of my favourite face creams that I've ever used. So I find it really difficult to find really good face creams. I have really, really dry skin. If I don't say moisturise for a day, I will start actually having like dry patches on my skin. I try to drink enough and use good creams and stuff, but for some reason I still really struggle. I've just naturally got really dry skin. So I originally tried this Mario Badescu, the Hydro Emollient cream, and this was, they advise it as like a flight cream because it's that hydrating. And then the other one is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. Now this one I have actually finished, and then I bought this one, but I've decided I think I know how I need to use these. So this one I find seems to work really, really well at night. So not so much during the day, but if I would put it on after I've cleaned and like toned and everything with my face, I would put this on. There was literally nothing left in here, but it was a lovely like pink colour. It was such a lovely colour. Under £20 as well. So I would like to use this at night after I have cleansed and toned my face, like I said, but it is a really, really good product, and I find that my skin is always really irritated as soon as I take all my makeup off. It often has quite a lot of red patches, it really flares up, but I found that when I'd wake up in the morning and a cream I used to use would still look really irritated. This, my complexion is really, really even for the morning before putting my makeup on, which I think is really good. And then this one, the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream, I find works better during the day than I do at night. So when I wake up in the morning after this one, it works really well. This one seems to hydrate me better during the day and maybe not quite enough at night to get rid of the irritation. It hydrates it, but I still have a little bit of irritated skin. So if you have dry skin, these two as a combination are brilliant. The last of my skincare is now my holy grail of skincare, and I'm not gonna stop using this. This has been amazing, and guys, it's less than a tenner. It was like £6 something. It was crazy cheap for the amount that you get. So it's this toning solution by The Ordinary, which is actually by the Abnormal Beauty company. This is 240 mils and you can see I've hardly used anything, and I use it every single day. Now this is quite a harsh toner. It has glycolic acid in it, 7% of it, and the pH is 3.6. So this, I need to give you some warnings on this. One, the first time I used it, I had cleaned my face with my face halo. I'd rinsed it off just to make sure there really wasn't anything left. And then you're meant to soak a cotton wool pad, and then you just wipe it all over your face, avoiding obviously the eye area. And oh my God, I found patches of my face were like really severely tingling. And I was like, oh, actually that feels really sore. Have I got an allergic reaction to it? I wasn't sure. Anyway, I carried on, I put my face cream on, and I kept checking every now and then in the mirror, just think, has my skin gone really red? And it hadn't gone really red, and the tingling had gone. It didn't last very long. And what it is it's a liquid exfoliator. So you can only use it once a day is what they recommend. You might even find that you don't need to use it once a day, but I didn't want to use an exfoliator that had all the bits and the scrubs in it, because it just feels really rough on my skin. So I wanted a liquid exfoliator, and this is where I found this. So after I'd used it the first night, the next night, and I'd always use it at night, I never use it in the morning. The next night I found it tingled less, and then the next night it was less and less and less. And now I only seem to find that it tingles on patches where I've either got maybe a bit of dry skin, I've got a spot right here, which is horrible, but if I've had spots, it has kind of worked on those areas and it's caused it a bit to sting. But this is where it's amazing. It has cleared up spots so quickly, and it has got rid of, I wish I'd taken a before and after picture so you guys could realise how good this stuff was. Or here I get so many like hormonal spots, that or here I had so much scarring and so many like bruising from some like really big zits that I'd had, and literally within like days they lightened up so much. I now don't have any scarring there whatsoever. It is amazing. So that's how great it is, how cheap it is. The amount that you get for it is going to last me forever. And I am just going to use this now. I don't feel like I want to use anything else to kind of replace spot treatment and exfoliant of the skin. The downside is it makes your skin more sensitive to the sun. So all you have to do is, you're more likely to get sunburn if you use this, because obviously it is stripping the layer, a little bit of your skin, it is stripping your skin, which is going to make it more sensitive. So just make sure you're using an SPF if you're going out in the sun. To be fair, if it was probably like, I don't know, a week before going on maybe like a sunny holiday, I would maybe stop using it and make sure I was putting SPF on every day and really hydrating it. Just leading up to it, I probably would come off of it just for that long. I might even find now, because it's keeping a lot of my spots more in check and my scarring, and I'm not really feeling like my skin is as dry, I probably could go to like every other night. So I think it's going to be something that you kind of work with to find out how it works for you. I've been sticking to doing it every single night just because I've had quite a few spots in this area I'm trying to heal and get rid of it. But when I wake up in the morning, my skin looks such an even complexion, and that I would say is from these two as a combination. Love them. If there's anything you're going to get from this, this is what I'd highly recommend. And I can't believe, I'm sure it only cost me like £6 something. It's very good. Obviously, spring and summer is when you're going to start pulling out the shorts. It's going to be the short sleeve t-shirts, although saying that, April has been pretty miserable so far compared to March, so maybe not so much here. One thing is pulling out the fake tan before you start getting a bit of a tan. Now my fake tan, I've got now a little bit of a routine. I don't always stick to it, but I've now got a bit of a routine. Today is Sunday, so all my fake tan has like kind of just worn off throughout the week. And my new favourite fake tans is this duo. So it's the Bondi Sands. Now I've used Bondi Sands before, but this is the 1 Hour Express. I absolutely love this, and I don't keep it on for 1 hour because it doesn't give me a dark enough colour that I would want to have. I do end up leaving it on for about 3 hours or so. I've never left it on overnight because I'm a bit scared of what colour I might turn out in the morning, but I usually leave it on for like 3 to 4 hours and then I wash it off, and I just really love it. And people will comment when I've got it saying, oh, you look a little bit browner, or it's a very natural colour. It's not too dark. If you're looking for a super ultra dark tan, this probably isn't going to be the one. unless you leave it on overnight and then depend what kind of colour you come out at in the morning. But this won't give you a super dark tan, it will just kind of take that edge off and give you a nice glow. And the one thing to use this with is their mitt. So I've used so many cheap mitts in the past, some like, I love Superdrug's own stuff, but Superdrug's own, I've used the not Saint-Tropez, it was the Saint Maurez one. I've just used some really like cheapy ones that are really thin, and once when I was doing it, it was actually just for my hen do. It split all down the side, and I didn't realise that my little finger had been caught in it, and as I was doing it, the fake tan was building up on my little finger constantly, and then when I took it off, it was like pretty much dark green. It was awful. So I then thought, no, I need a better quality mitt that's not going to, and this one has just been amazing. I love the fact it's so thick. It's only like a couple of pounds more as well, so it's definitely worth it, but it's so thick, it's so soft, I never get any streaks with it. It is definitely the best tanning mitt I've ever used, and I find it really difficult to find really good fake tans, and fake tans I feel comfortable using and quite confident using, but these two have definitely become my like little favourite fake tanning set. Then for instant fake tan, because I don't always have time to do that and kind of sit around for a few hours to wait for it to set before washing it off, the Saint-Tropez instant tan, and this is the pink one, is my favourite kind of go-to. So this is really good because it only comes off when you're actually using soap. So if you flicked a bit of water, once it's actually dried on your skin, it doesn't really come off. It will lighten it a bit, but you don't get like all those dots that you used to get like with some of the other instant fake tans. But this is quite good if you don't want to do a full fake tan over your face and you just want to use something on your face just before you put your makeup on, or if you just obviously could end up using a darker foundation. But I find that sometimes my fake tan in certain areas will fade, like on my hands it fades quicker, my face and my neck it fades quicker, so sometimes I use this to kind of top it up throughout the week just to make sure it's really even. Then when it comes to makeup, so one thing that's a very, very recent favourite of mine is something that I'd got from Sephora when Jed and I were in Venice, and it is the Chloe Malika palette by Becca. And this one was the Chloe palette, so it was the slightly lighter of the two, so which obviously suits my skin tone better. I've been using this pretty much like non-stop. This is just the nicest bronzer. It's so smooth, it's really buildable. It doesn't give you like a really strong bronzer, so if you wanted to like contour, it's probably not best for contouring. It's good for maybe like an all over, or it's very good for kind of just layering over the top. So I've got like a little duo where I will use like a slightly darker foundation to contour, and then I will layer this over the top. And I've just been basically using this every single day. I've actually been using these three every single day. So I will use this as my bronzer, this as my like blush. I'm actually using it today, and it's got a really nice bit of like highlight and shimmer in it too, and then this highlight as well, and it's just good for everyday makeup. Then when it comes to eyeshadow, don't judge me on this because this palette is so dirty. So I actually bought this palette, look how grubby that is. This is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I actually bought this for when Jed and I got married. So I did my own makeup for the wedding, and this was the palette I ended up using. Now, you will see it's a little bit, you can see the ones that I'm absolutely loving are all down at this end here. But I have been absolutely loving this palette. This has been a non-stop favourite of mine. I don't seem to be drawn to wanting to go to any others. It's cruelty free, and the thing that I really like about this is it just seems to be lasting ages. Now, I've been using this since the end of November, and we're like getting closer to kind of like the middle of April, and I've pretty much been using it every single day that I've worn makeup. Then last but not least, I actually featured this again in the Venice haul, was a perfume for spring. This is like your everyday perfume. So this is the DKNY Delicious Pool Party. I really like this. I've been using this every day. It's a really lovely, just fresh, kind of sweet scent that you just put on, and it makes you feel like it's all like spring and summery. It's not a very musty smell at all. So that's a lot of my spring beauty and like skincare favourites. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up if you've liked it as well. Let me know in the comments down below some of your spring favourites, and if you've got any like skincare things that I should be trying or that you'd like me to try out, that would be great. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.